So before we paint, we have to prep the piece. If you have purchased this from Etsy, then it will already be prepped and ready to paint. So we need to apply Pros-Aid and then powder it thoroughly, and it'll be ready to paint. Alright, before we Pros-Aid our piece, I started to texturize my sponge. I'll go over that a little bit more in another video, but for right now we're just adding some texture by pulling out pieces of it. I've got a disposable container because Pros-Aid is difficult to get out of your regular. I would never put Pros-Aid in something like this. Don't do that. So I'm going to pour a little bit of Pros-Aid into here. I can always pour out more, so I just try to pour out what I need. We've got our sponge. And we've got our piece here. And I am going to dip the sponge into the Pros-Aid and then dab that over the piece. So we're basically priming the prosthetic. And I'll show you what this is sitting on. I don't think I showed you before. It's just a black plastic mask to help hold its shape. That's all. You can hold it in your hand though if you need to. I just got this at a Halloween store for like $2. So you try to get an even texture all the way around, and this gives the color something to stick to. So see where I put like a lot, there's like a huge block right there. I can just take this texturized sponge and just keep on going. So hopefully that makes sense there. I'll take a little bit more. You see we dripped a little bit on the face there. We can move it around. And I can use my fingers. I want to move this out of the way a little bit, because the noise is annoying me. You can also lay the piece flat. I just have my hand underneath it. This is called stippling. You also lay it down. You don't want to go over the same spot too often or too much. You kind of want to just get it on and keep moving. And you'll know if the area is covered if the paint sticks. If the paint doesn't stick, then you'll need more Pros-Aid. Getting those eyebrows. See, we've got a little extra down here. I'm going to go under the chin a little bit. Ooh, you can't see that there, sorry. So, and just to slow down the stippling a little bit, all I'm doing is just pressing it down, lifting it up, pressing it down, just really quickly. Press down, lift up. And I just do that quickly all over. Press down, lift up. So once I feel comfortable that I have enough all over the whole piece, like I said, I can always go back and add some more. I apologize for shaking the camera. You see that this is sticky? It's getting on my hands here. You do not want to touch this right now because it is not dry yet. So I am going to place this back on the face. And then we're going to get ready to powder it. So we have our piece here and it has been Pros-Aid. We're getting ready to powder it. I just have some loose powder and I have an old brush. It's a regular makeup brush that I don't use anymore because someone got latex all over it. So I like to just put it in there. I'm not going to touch the actual piece. I'm just going to tap my brush This is why you're using very, very cheap powder too. I don't know if you can see that there. You can either shake or you can pat your brush. Tap your brush. Tap. Tap, 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 tap. Just to get the powder. And I just got a lot of powder on the brush. And I am shaking that. Even lifting the brush up. I want to get a lot of that powder on the actual piece. If I just stick my brush to the prosthetic like I would a face, the bristles will stick, and then I will have ruined my brush. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second, literally just a few seconds, and then I can go through and because that started to blend in a little bit, and then I don't have to worry about it sticking on my brush. So we're gonna move the face again. Sorry about all this motion. So here I'm removing all the powder that I just added. Make sure I got some on the chin. Brush off any excess dust. You'll see now there's lots of dust around here. And you want to make sure you use a good brush, because if not, you'll lose not too good a brush. But okay, a bristle right there, it's easy to take off. Sometimes, so we'll just make sure we get everything. Alright. And sometimes if you feel like it, you can do 2 layers of that. So you go back and stipple it again, and then do the same process of powdering, and then you'll be ready to paint. We've got this piece. It is prosade and powdered beautifully, and it is ready to paint. So, ta-da! I am ready to be painted. Oh, if you stick your finger out of it, it looks like a tongue. It's so silly. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this painted. See you in a minute.